you don't need any equipment, just grab your mat today. All right, so let some people log on. We are doing some flex and stretch today. My name is Amy of Mastro Stretch. I'm a stretch therapist and personal trainer. And we're going to combine the best of those worlds, in this class. So we're going to do some mobility work and some strength work, and it will just be a complete workout for you guys. So no equipment needed today. We're just using a mat. So we'll let a couple more people log on. Thanks for joining. And if you ever have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. You can leave a comment. Hope everybody is doing well today. All right, so I'll explain the class. So we're going to do sets of 2 and then like 3 exercises at a time. The first exercise typically going to be a tissue conditioning. I call it elasticity conditioning. So it's going to train your tissue to become more elastic. Then we're going to loosen it up with that, strengthen it, and then do either some balance or another strength exercise. So go ahead and grab your mat. Let's get going. We're going to warm up with our cars. So if you guys are familiar with FRC, these are controlled articular rotations. Basically, what that means is that we're just warming up the joints under some tension. So go ahead and stand up. We'll do some standing variety today. We're going to start with our neck. So it's really important to warm up our tissue. When we tighten our body, we get a contraction, right? So we can contract our body and our tissue a little bit. So go ahead and do that. Drop that chin down and do some head circles. It is safe to go all the way back. If it hurts, you don't do it. You skip right over that area that hurts. That's anything that you do. So let's go 3 times in each direction. And then change direction. So again, you control the tension, the contraction. You control the pain, I guess I could say, as in you skip over the area if it does hurt. All right, and then coming up, let's get the shoulders. So this is going to be a shoulder blade one. The movement comes from the shoulder blade. Again, tighten up, and you want to lift the shoulders up, squeeze the shoulder blades together, drop them down, in essence, making a circle with the shoulder blades. Again, 3 times in one direction, and then 3 times in the other direction. So most people will have difficulty with this one. Their shoulder blades do not like to move very well. All right, shoulder joint. Arm comes up. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see me. Palm is facing in. So I know you might not be able to see my hand there. So palm faces in. Again, tighten up the rest of the body. And then you're going to draw the arm back, start to rotate without moving the rest of the body. And now the palm is facing out. And then reverse that. So start to unwind it. And bringing it back. So I'm hearing from a lot of people, their shoulders are really tight. And, you know, it's pretty common. You know, we're at our computer a lot, texting a lot. So, you know, the shoulders are going to take the brunt of that. Okay, and then again, so arm comes up, tighten up the rest of the body. Try not to move this area too much as you push back. Again, if you feel any pain, you skip over it. Or maybe use less tension. So warming up those joints. And one more time. Good, all right. thoracic area, often another tight area. So think about this coming, the movement's coming from this area. Go ahead and cross your arms in the front. You're going to round forward. So we round forward through this area, round forward, twist a little bit to the side. Try not to let your hip move like mine just did. So rounding, twist, side bend, and then back bend. So roll it back. And then side bend, slight twist, round forward, and then repeat. So make that circle with the thoracic spine, so the middle of the back. I have an advantage, I can see myself in the video, so I can correct my form. So if you're in front of a mirror, that would be great, so you can see what else is going on with your body. What areas feel tight? What areas feel more mobile? And then one more time. Good, all right, hips. We said a lot, tight hips, so this is a balance one. I have a real thick mat here, but if you step away off the mat, it might be a little bit better. So actually, I'm gonna tighten up a little bit. I'm gonna have some room here. Okay, so leg comes up, leg goes out, rotate the foot up, and then squeeze the foot towards the butt, and then reverse that. And repeat. Out to the side, and we're not leaning forward here. If you have to hold on to something. Try to keep it in the hip. Bring it out and up. One more time. So I'm holding on to the wall here. Can't see me, but I am, because I really want to focus on the movement. And then switch sides. So leg comes up, out, rotate, squeeze the foot towards the butt. So as you can see here, I'm landing a little bit as I do this. And I'm going to try to correct that on the second one, so maybe I don't go quite as far range of motion wise. Out and up. And then one more time. So these are really good to do daily. Good. All right. So let's get the ankles. I know a lot of people have ankles, so come on down. You're going to hug one knee into your chest, tighten up, and make ankle circles. Tight ankles, tight wrists. We'll do wrists too. So 3 times in each direction. And switch. And then other direction. And then last one we're going to do is wrist. So keep this in the wrist. Try not to rotate through the forearm here. So I like to do this a little differently. So I go palm closed, up and down. And then palm open, up and down. And then side to side. Open and close palm. So you can close the palm. And if you want to do a couple circles, like with the circles, your forearm probably will want to turn. So just try to minimize that. And then other side, closed, up and down, side to side, open, up and down, and side to side. And then maybe some circles with palm open or closed, whatever you feel good doing. Crack, crack. Tight wrists too, right? Because all the computer work and stuff. Okay, so let's get into it. We're going to start with some hip flexor stuff. So come on to all fours. Come on, all fours. These are the elasticity training. So aim for about 1 second stretches. You're only going to a point of a slight stretch here. Don't worry about the your spine too much. Go with the flow here. So in and kick it back. In, kick it back. So you're aiming for a slight stretch in the front of the hip here, and we're going 20 times. Stay strong in the arms though. Five more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch sides. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. My stomach's growling. The negative of teaching a class so close to lunchtime. Okay, I'm gonna guess about 20 and release. Good. So we open up the hip flexors a little bit. Now let's work the glutes. Come on down. Hug one knee into your chest. Single leg bridge. Press strong through this leg. Steady this leg. And lift the hip up for 1, 2, 3, 4. Couple variations. You can go on the heel or foot flat. Try for 20 here. So you should feel this in the glute and the hamstring. And switch sides. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And great. Now, another hip flexor strengthening. You're going to grab onto your mat. Extend your arms straight. Bring the legs up. Do not, try not to let the spine move too much here. Flex the foot. You're going to drop one foot down and then up. Drop the other foot down and up. So repeating here. Lower abdominals and hip flexors. While maintaining a strong and stable spine. Try for 20. And whatever number works for you, as far as the rep range goes. You do 10, you do 10. You do 8, whatever is good for you. So oftentimes our hip flexors are very weak. So it's good to do some strengthening. Good. All right. Release that. Come on up. Rock and roll up. Let's start over. So we're going to go back to loosening up the hip flexors and then strengthening the opposing muscle and then the hip flexors. So coming on to all fours again. Knee into the chest. Kick it back. 1, 2. Switch sides. And 20, here we go. Single leg bridge. Thanks for joining, everybody. Really appreciate it. So come on down, hug one knee into your chest. Any variation here? You don't have to do the single leg bridge. You could do double leg bridge. So if that's too difficult, you can just lift up and down. Trying for 20. And switching sides. And 20 here. Good. All right, grab that mat. You're going to pull it straight. Give it a little tug. Legs come up. Flex your feet. Drop one leg down. Maintain neutral spine. Lift it up. For 2. And go at your own pace. I think I go a little quick through these, so go at your own pace, except for the elasticity training. The elasticity training you really want to do about 1 per second. You can do it a little slower or a little faster, but about 1 per second. I've mentioned this before. Try to inhale and exhale through your nose as you're exercising. Last one. And release. Great. Rock and roll up. Moving on. So now we're going to go into some elasticity training for your back line. If you're familiar with fascia, fascia connects everything in your body. Muscle, bones, organs, tendons, whatever. Everything. Bring your hands behind your head and tuck your chin, and you're just going to repeat 1, 2, 3. So the tissue on the back side, from the bottoms of your feet to the top of your head, are connected. So wherever you're feeling tension here is probably an area you need to address. You can feel it in your hamstrings, your calves, back of the neck, middle back, lower back. Good. All right, now release. We're going into a roll up now. Release that tension. You'll be able to contract the front now. This will be a Pilates roll up. A couple options here. A lot of people get stuck in this area because they're really tight. So what you want to try to do is lift the head, lift the chin, and then roll up, right? That Pilates roll up. Now, and then slow on the way down. If you get stuck here, that's where you stay. So you just come up, roll, and then come down. So wherever you're at, you're going to acknowledge that and accept it. It's okay. You got to work on getting rid of that tightness and increasing that mobility. And down. So these are, let's do about 6 of these. Reaching. These are the ones you scoot on, right? And think of it one vertebrae at a time, right? One vertebrae at a time. It's rounding, rounding, rounding. Pull the belly in and slowly control it. Tuck the chin in. Think one vertebrae at a time. Pull the belly in. It's okay to round the back. I think that was about 6. So now let's flip it over and we're going to strengthen the back. So let's go into Superman position on your belly. Loosen it up, strengthen opposing muscles and then that same muscle. Bring the palms of the hand facing down. Squeeze the glutes and lift up and down. Let's go 20 times. 2, 3, be mindful of your neck. 4, so don't kick this chin up like this. You're leading with the neck. Lead with the glutes, lead with the middle of the back. Press the backs of the hands up, squeeze the muscles between the shoulder blades together, contract. If your lower back is bothering you, try keeping your legs down and lifting up and down. So that would be an alternative for you if your lower back is bothering you. Okay, flip it back over. Let's go back to the top. Hey guys, thanks for joining. All right, so back to our elasticity conditioning. Hands behind the head. Here we go. 1, 2. Keep the toes up here. Good. All right, bring it down. Let's do the roll up. So come on down. Hold on to the mat. Whoops, I want to do that. I want to do that one again. Okay, so roll up. All right, hands by your side. Tuck the chin and roll up. So notice if it's a little easier this time. Now that we loosened up that back line, curious to see if this feels a little easier. You feel a little more mobile. Give me a thumbs up if you're feeling a little more mobile and loosen. This is a little looser now as you do the roll up. Maybe you're not getting stuck as much as you were. Really focus on the front side. Good. Yes. Excellent. Maybe you can feel the front side more. So, you know, everything works together, especially like opposing sides. They're going to work together. So releasing the tension on one side is going to help the other side contract better. Excellent. Yay. Glad that's helping. Yeah, I can feel my core a little bit more now too. So I feel like it's turned on a little bit better. Good. We're going to do one more here. So about 6 of these. They'll get you. So come on down. And last one. Yeah, definitely feeling my core turning on a little bit more now. And then down. All right, those you just slide around on, don't you? I'm out of the screen now. All right, flip it over. Let's do the Supermans. Again, really notice if you're leading the neck here. And try to lead from the glutes and the mid-back. All right, palms face down. We're squeezing up and down. As you press up with the backs of the hands, pull the shoulders down and away from your ears. Great. Now just push back into child's pose. Just in case you felt anything in that lower back area, just push back, stretch it out a little bit. Grab a sip of water if you need a sip of water. Again, if you have any questions, I'll answer them at the end. But I do have my contacts in, so I can see, I actually can see the comments today. So, all right, so moving on. We're gonna go into some leg stuff, hip flexors and squats, and then some stability stuff. So we're gonna start down, okay? We're gonna do a hip flexor stretch first. But this stretch, as you guys might be familiar, is a strengthening stretch. So we're using the lower leg to add resistance. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna start in a stretch position, okay? Right in here. Now, with the foot and the lower leg, press down, contract, pull back, tuck your butt under. Relax, repeat that. Kick down, pull yourself back. Now, if you're struggling with balance, hold on to something. I don't want you to have to worry about the balance, and I don't want you to feel it in this leg too much, but you might initially. So if you hold on to something, it's going to take away that balance factor, so you can feel it in here. Now, keep pressing down with this leg and go back into the stretch position. So now we're contracting, and we feel it right in here. Pull back, strong, strength. As we move forward and back, keep pressing down, adding that pressure, adding that contraction as you go back and forth from shortening to lengthening. And then one more time, shortening to lengthening. And you should feel a nice little hip flexor stretch there. All right, switch sides. Same thing here. We're going to contract first. Press down with your foot. Start in a stretch position. Pull back. Tuck the butt under. Flatten the front of the hip. Relax. Repeat. Press down. Pull back. One more time. Relax. Repeat. Now, keep the contraction as we lengthen. Contract. Pull back. Contract as you go forward and lengthen the muscle. Contract as you pull back. Contract as you go forward. Great. All right, coming on up. Single leg squats. So again, if you're on a thick mat, the balance will be affected a little bit more. You'll see me probably wobble a little bit here. So one leg at a time, focusing on the glutes. So you're shifting your hips back and coming up and down, okay? So go as far as comfortable for you. However you want to do your arms is fine. Whatever works for you, but you should be feeling this in the glutes. Look around and your balance is affected. And you may hear my knee crunching. All right, try for 20 of these. Again, you don't have to do a single leg squat. You could do a double leg squat. That works too. But, you know, start somewhere, even if you're here, right? That works just as good. And then, you know, I'm tapping down my foot between each one. If you want to keep it up, you can keep it up. This mat's throwing me off a lot, so that's my excuse. I'm sticking to it. And also, you can just drop that leg back and maybe do this too, right? Where most of the weight is on the front leg. Okay, switch sides. Try for 20. You probably notice better flexibility or mobility on one side. Very normal. Have to stay focused here. Can't be looking at the camera. Okay, now going into some stabilizers. Working the side of the hips. You're going to take this kind of wide stance, sumo, like kind of like a sumo squat. So shift your weight over, and then you're going to lift the leg up. You're going to feel it here. You're going to stabilize here. Take that wide step over to the other side. Balance. And let's repeat back and forth. Try 20 times here. See how that feels. Your hips will feel like they're on fire. And again, anything you need to do with the hands to maintain balance, go there. Lost count wherever you're at. Let's say one more. Coming over and up. Good. All right. So I should be feeling that in the sides of the hips. Let's go back to our hip flexor stretch. So coming on down, starting in that, we're going to go contract, stretch, contract, stretch. So we're going to go right into it. Starting that stretch position. Press down with that lower leg. Contract, pull back. Contract, go forward. Contract, pull back. Contract, move forward. Oh yeah, much open, more open. Second time around. How you guys feeling? Hip flexors opening up a little bit? Give me a thumbs up. One more time. Contract and maybe increase that contraction. If your hip flexors are feeling much more open, you might be able to increase that contraction a little bit. All right, switch sides. Stretch position, press down, contract back. Keep contracting, move forward. Contract back, tuck the butt under, flatten the hip. Again, back and forward. Keep the contraction. Again, back. Last one, move forward. Keep the contraction. Awesome. All right. Now, back to our single leg squats. Let's see how the second round feels. So, coming into that squat position, trying for 20. And again, any variation here works. If you got to hold on to something, like you're going to hold on the wall or hold on to something in front of you, do that. Really focus on the glute. If you're feeling it here, then that means your glute is not working. So you need to shorten that range of motion. You need to get glute to get fired up. So you need to find it first to work it. Even stepping back here, right? I really feel it that way. Where just real light pressure on the toes in the back leg. And a lot of knee crunching here. Okay, switching sides. And here we go. Get that balance. Try for 2 more. And good. Okay, back to our stabilization. Take that wide stance. Bend the leg a little bit. Straighten the leg. Lift the other way. Ah. And then down and over to the other side. Big mats will make you wobble a little bit more. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2 more. All right. Great. Okay. Should be feeling the whole booty area, side booty and back of the booty. So coming on down. Now we're going to get into the hamstrings and legs just a little bit more. So core and leg focus today. We're going to do a hamstring stretch. So similar position to what we just did for the hip flexor. Now we're focusing on the back of the leg. So walk your foot slightly in front of your knee. This time you're using your foot to add resistance. So press down with your foot, pull your body towards your ankle. Contract the hamstring to do that. Again, press down. And you can dig in with the heel, press the whole foot. If you're not feeling the hamstring, back off on the resistance. Now, keep pressing the foot into the ground and then resist, lengthen as you start to straighten the leg. Wherever, you don't have to straighten it all the way. Contract, pull out of that. Again, if you need blocks or, hold on to a chair or couch or whatever wall so you're not wobbling around. Or if your hamstrings aren't that flexible and you're stopping here, that's fine. You go as far as you can contract the muscle. Pull forward. Keep pulling forward as you lengthen and contract the hamstring. Okay, switch sides. Walk the foot slightly in front of the knee. Press the foot down. Contract the hamstring. Relax. Do it again. Contract the hamstring. Shortening the muscle. Again, contract. Keep contracting as you lengthen. Again, contract. Have the strength to pull out of your range of motion. Keep contracting. One more time. Contract. Keep contracting. All right. Good. And release. Bringing the legs back. Now, some of you may or may not be able to get in this position. That's okay. We're going to lift up. Squeeze your butt. Keep the butt squeezed. Hands can be back here, crossed in front, wherever. So keep the butt squeezed as you go back. You're going to go back as far as you can and then bring it forward. Go back. And then forward. So this is a natural knee extension. Kind of scary one. Like you don't want to fall all the way back. right. Good. Okay, so this is getting into some knee stuff. And I'm gonna come on up. We're gonna do a little knee exercise, strengthen the knee. So similar to the concept of what we just did, keeping the butt kind of squeezed and pushed forward. What you're gonna do, you're gonna angle the leg you're working out. Angle the foot out slightly. We want to target this area right here. So you're gonna angle the foot out, and you're taking your body weight as if you're stepping downstairs, right? We're gonna mimic that. So it's really important for the knee to go over the toe. So you're gonna move forward and then up and up. So control on the way down, power on the way up. Control on the way down, power on the way up. Now you're not resting that foot on the floor. We're not resting. We're using the inside of the quad to strengthen and power up. So hips are forward and then up. If you feel any pain, you shorten that stance up. So you bring that foot closer. But body weight goes forward. This is a new exercise I just learned. Excellent for the knees, for healthy knees. And try that about 20 times. I got a little crunching in my left knee. Pretty sure I have a torn meniscus. Doesn't bother me too much, but occasionally it does. And balance might be an issue. So if you need to hold on to something, hold on to something. And you might be able to just control it a little bit better. So we work on these. And for sure, knees are feeling better. And the coolest thing is the development of the quad. So I'm actually feeling a soreness right there by the knee. I've never had that definition there. So it's really cool to feel that getting stronger. So again, angle the foot out a little bit. And then you're gonna go forward and back. So I'm much more steady on my right side. We all have, well, maybe. Jinxed myself. Keeping the butt squeezed a little bit, weight shifts forward. It's like if you're walking downstairs, if you walk downstairs and your knees hurt, you need to mimic that action in a safer way to get those knees stronger with muscles around the knees. All right, so 20 times on the other side, or again, 5, 10, whatever number works for you. All right, guys, one more round and we're wrapping it up. So yeah, so are you guys feeling that right in there? That top of the quad on the inside? Let me know if your give me a thumbs up if you like feel that working, which I found is so cool. I find it so cool. All right, so let's go back. Hamstrings. One more round. Contract, stretch, contract, stretch. Let's go right into it. Contract, move forward. Contract, lengthen. Contract, move forward. Contract and lengthen. One more time. Contract, move forward. And then keep that contraction as you lengthen that muscle and stretch it out. Good. Switch sides. So happy this wall is right near me. It's helped me out a lot today. All right, contract, move forward. Keep contracting, bring it back. Again, contract, move forward. Keep contracting, move back. And then one more time, contract, move forward. And keep contracting. as you move back and lengthen the muscle. Great. Step back. Natural knee extensions. Cross the arms in front or push back. Keep the butt squeezed. And forward. Goals. One day to get to the ground with these. Not even close. Gotta take some work. All right, and then one more time with these are actually Patrick's reverse step-ups. So angle the foot out that you're working. Hips are gonna be forward. Body weight slightly over the foot. So this one is definitely the weaker knee. All right, so get those hips, get that weight forward. So a little history of my knees, if it's of interest to you. I used to play basketball and dislocated my kneecaps several times, each knee. So if I would have had these, if I would have known about these exercises when I was playing basketball, my kneecaps would not have dislocated. I know that for a fact. The muscles would have been strong around my knee and they would have stayed in place. Like the side-to-side lateral movement in basketball, just my quads were dominant on the outside. Kneecap would just slide it out. And the position of my kneecap is a little weird. So they're more laterally positioned than a lot of people. All right, go ahead and switch sides. So yeah, I've had a lot of knee injuries, and this has been just a great find. And this is the ATG, Athletic Truth Group online training program that I learned this from. Amazing, amazing training program. Specifically, they do a lot with basketball, but not everything with basketball. So if you're looking to get healthy knees, this is a great, great thing. We have about 10 more of these and we're calling it a day, guys. Got a little sweat on. I turned the AC down and still get sweaty. Just makes my nose run. All right, last one here. Okay, guys, if you have any questions, leave a comment. Leave a comment. Any comments? Got some thumbs up. Yay. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for joining. If there's no comments, let's see. We got a thumbs up on YouTube too. Just a couple things, housekeeping things. I did pin my Venmo and PayPal in the description and in the comments there. I am doing these classes for free, so if you would like to make a donation, please feel free to do that. Secondly, I offer personal one-on-one training and stretching sessions. So I have 30-minute and 60-minute. The 30-minute is $35, and the 60-minute is $70 per session. And then lastly, I do have an online stretch program. It's a stronger lower back program. I also have the link in the description or pinned, depending where you're viewing this. So if this is interesting to you, if it's helping you, you probably would like the stronger lower back program, especially if you've struggled with lower back issues. So I would love if you check that out. And that's about it. So now I did change the time of the foam roll and stretch class on Thursday. It's at 10:15. On Thursday, we're going to focus on shoulders. So hope to see you then and have a great day. Bye.